Hey, I'm going to give you a short walkthrough of some tools that you can use in Photoshop. This is not all inclusive. I'm just going to wing it a little bit for those of you trying to learn and show you some stuff that you can do. The Move tool, I use that when I select something and want to move it, or if I want to say move this to another layers, and your different documents go up here. If I had another one, like, I could go back and forth. And I'm using CS5, so it's different with different things. Also, if you notice, if you right click on a lot of these, there's other tools hidden behind them. That's important to notice. This one is, you have different selection tools if you want to round or square, whatever, if you wanted to select like this area, and then if you do something on top of that, only the area inside this rectangle will be altered. For example, if I did that, see, only that area is being affected. So I cancel that, and then you can go to select, deselect, get rid of that. The lasso tool is kind of neat, but I never really use it. But it's a way that you can select things, and I don't know. The key with that is remembering where you started off with, because I think maybe that's the magnetic lasso tool. But yeah, if you're gonna try to use it, use the magnetic one, because it kind of smart reads the area and then creates those little dots. But to finish it off, you have to find the first box. I don't like to use that way, but it's there if you want it. Quick selection tool, I showed you that in a couple other videos. Change the size, and that kind of smart reads. See, this one's so much easier, and that is why I love it so much. But there you go. Select, deselect. Crop tool, you type in what dimensions that you want, and then drag it over and say, okay, I like it. Or no, I don't. Because I don't. The eyedropper tool, if you want to grab colors, I love all these color collections. But you can say add to swatches if you find a color you really like, you're going to use a lot, and name it. And then it'll go over here, and you can always come back to it. I use this a lot. Like whenever I'm making a logo, sometimes I will make the color specific to something in the picture, and that can be a fun thing to play with. I use the ruler tool a lot. Like if your picture is kind of crooked, and this one doesn't have a straight line to go off of, but a lot of pictures do, like a brick wall or something, you could just edge it along the brick wall and then hit straighten, and it'll straighten the picture for you. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I don't use any of the other ones. Spot heal is really helpful if we're gonna zoom in on you, Christy. Like if I want to get rid of this freckle, you could just say, away you go. And there it goes. It's not always perfect, so you just gotta toy with it a little bit. It's good for getting fuzzy things off. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Brush tool if you just want to do like solid colors. Ooh. And you can adjust different opacities. And something that's really cool that I like to do sometimes is if you have one of those pen tablets and you have a blank document, if you pick a color and do a really low opacity, and it's pressure sensitive. This isn't pressure sensitive, what I'm using now, so it's not going to demonstrate perfectly. But you can, if you paint with it, it looks like watercolor, and it's really cool. But I like a little bit more. Anyways, enough of that. Next, yeah, pencil tool, clone stamp tool. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know this is my favorite. You can alt click the area you want to clone from, and look, there's 2 of her. The world is so much better with 2 crispy hires. Look at there. Twins! Anyhow. Eraser. If you want to erase to the background, that's what the one under it is. And see, it goes. See, that's your background. And if you had 2 layers on top of each other and you just use the eraser tool, it would erase to the layer underneath. And that could be fun. Gradient. You could pick, say I want it to be from this color to this color, and then to that number, and I don't know, you could do funky stuff with it. A lot of people use dodge and burning for like eyes. I don't prefer it, but I'll show you kind of what it does. You can make them darker or lighter. And you can change like the opacity up here, and whether it's gonna dodge or burn the highlights or shadows or midtones. This text tool is very helpful if you're using a logo or designing something for your blog or website or whatever. I'll have to show you how to do a PNG next. But yeah, I have another video that shows you how to download lots of cool fonts off of different websites and use them in Photoshop. And then you could edit the opacity, change colors, whatever you want to do. I'm going to delete this layer. I don't really use anything else very often over here. I think my video is getting too long, so I'm going to stop this and then I'll make a second one. Okie dokie.